Norton versus Bitdefender 2023 edition. Finding the best antivirus is a hard task. Not only should it fit into your budget, but it should be reliable at detecting and removing malware, have a strong architecture and features to suit your online habits. Let's see where these two sit within the market, shall we? Welcome to the channel. To kick things off, I'm going to talk about first impressions and ease. It is no surprise that some do certain tasks better than others, and that is the case in this debate. With that said, if you find one app is up your street, I've left YouTube exclusive deals down below for you to take advantage of. Anyway, in terms of ease, I have to say that the odds are swaying more towards Bitdefender on this one. The app is modern, clean, and intuitive. While I will note that the iOS version is fairly bare bones compared to Android, only with scanning options, browsing protection, and a limited VPN. Any beginner will appreciate their layout and accessibility. Then looking at Norton, it's not to say they are hard to use, though their iOS app isn't really anything groundbreaking either, but it does the job. I will say there's a few more features than the Bitdefender version though. On the topic of their desktop counterpart, the main features will be easy to find as soon as you open the app. Hold on though, when you actually click these, they open in new windows. Not a major issue, but don't let that confuse you if you are new to antivirus software. Take their parental control feature or dark web monitor, just tap it and there you go, a new window appears. What I'm getting at is they are both traditional antivirus providers, with most stuff you need accessible right off the homepage, but your feature may vary slightly depending on your device. But looking beyond appearances, malware detection is what I'm really here for. I always do my own tests. If you're new, it is simple. I plant 10 malicious files onto my PC and run a full system scan with each provider. I look at durations and also how many files are detected. So, Norton Antivirus did fairly well, catching 8 out of 10 malicious files. This was a shock to me actually, seeing as independent testing scores have given them an excellent marks in all categories for years. This is with real-time protection turned off though. So, in my experience, when that is enabled, all threats are removed instantly. How about CPU or duration? It was quick, around about 10 minutes for a full scan, but Norton 360 is the kind of provider you'd want to leave while scans are being performed, as the CPU usage can be a little high. So, Norton 360 versus Bitdefender in terms of detection, there's a clear winner. Bitdefender detected more threats, 10 out of 10. They also had lower CPU at some points over various testing I've done, yet they take nearly double the time to run a full scan. Really, it is a toss-up between how long you're willing to wait and detection. They do have real-time protection too though, which should knock this score up when enabled. Having said that, Bitdefender antivirus independent scores were also great, scoring top marks and being awarded a product of the year more times than any other antivirus. If this doesn't show they're one of the best antivirus for Windows 10 and 11 options, I don't know what does. Detection rates aside, the features truly determine whether a provider is the best antivirus for PC. So, which offers the most unique or useful ones? Let me just say, in this antivirus comparison, quite a few things match. There's the real-time protection I mentioned, a must-have for me when picking any top provider. What's more, any best antivirus 2023 pick should always have a firewall, and both do. Yet Norton's firewall is one of the most customizable and well-implemented versions I've come across. It monitors incoming and outgoing traffic and uses truly advanced technology. It even has a fair amount of customization, so really good for advanced users to mess around with. In this Bitdefender versus Norton 2023 review, I'd also like to point out that both tools offer some kind of ransomware protection. With ransomware becoming a whole business model for cyber criminals now, it is crucial. A big difference though is Bitdefender lets me protect my files with the mitigation tool, and Norton actually offers safe storage with its cloud backup. Basics aside, Bitdefender does pack some unique stuff. The battery mode is useful if you are using your PC and traveling or away from a power source. And other profiles are also nice, letting you tailor your device's performance when doing resource-intensive activities. With Norton, your experience is really tailored to your plan, with advanced stuff like parental controls, anti-trackers to illuminate your online footprint, and system optimization tools to clear up old files from your device. So far, they both pack the essentials with some unique stuff thrown in too. Then there are non-traditional antivirus features I'd like to give a shout out to here. For example, you've got VPNs with most plans, except Norton's cheapest plan. Whilst both let you browse more anonymously by swapping your IP for a fake one and encrypting your traffic, Bitdefender has a 200 megabyte limit. That's quite low, and even browsing could use a lot of this. Yet, to up this limit, you gotta pay more. With Norton, there's a slightly better VPN. Whilst testing, I didn't detect any DNS leaks. What's more, there's advanced features like split tunneling and Wi-Fi security, but nothing for torrenting like P2P servers. Then there's password managers. Again, a non-traditional tool that houses all of your online credentials under unhackable encryption. Not something you'd expect from an antivirus, but it's there nonetheless. Both versions are fine. You can do a lot of general password protecting things, but I won't say they compare to dedicated tools. And to get this with Bitdefender, you'd have to opt for their most steep plan. However, not that long ago, Norton's password manager accounts were breached in a credential stuffing attack. This means that threat actors obtain data from another source and targeted users who reuse the same passwords. So, whatever password manager you get, including Norton, make sure your passwords are unique and strong, and add two-factor authentication for good measure. Okay, if you are interested in little updates and advice just like this, consider subscribing to the channel. I want to build my community up to the first 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. With all of that said, I'm no stranger to antiviruses promising the world and then costing an arm and a leg. So, how much will they set you back? First, Bitdefender Free is an option, albeit basic and only really for the most entry-level beginners, and really just removes malware. Norton has a free trial, but no forever free version. Yet their cheapest plan is under £10 for the first year. If you want to use more than one device and get advanced stuff, you'd have to opt for at least their Norton Deluxe plan. This is far better value with 5 devices and lots of advanced features, all for under £30 for the first year. Bitdefender, in terms of value, has a very cheap entry-level plan for only Windows devices, starting from around about £25 for the first year. Though I'd say their Bitdefender Total Security is the best value, more operating systems and 5 devices at one time for around about £30 for the first year. While Bitdefender has a free plan, I do like that Norton's cheapest plan isn't device specific. It just seems more accessible. Otherwise, there are small differences in what features you get from what plan, so it depends on the capabilities you really need. Don't forget, the deals can knock off a bit of money for you, so just click on the links in the description. The bottom line, is Norton the best antivirus? What about Bitdefender? They fought long and hard and have various pros and cons. While I will say no antivirus is a one-shoe-fits-all kind of deal, there are important considerations, like Bitdefender's UI might be better for a beginner, use less CPU if you game or do heavy-duty tasks online, and has basic free protection. Yet, Norton has a strong set of features, even a good VPN, a good strong firewall, entry-level plans as cheap as chips, and quick scans. What would you go for? Which provider do you consider the best antivirus for Windows 11? I really appreciate your time. Thanks for watching this Bitdefender versus Norton video, and check the channel for more. See you soon. Bye.